Alright guys, we are back for another plan with me. I just want to say hi. My name's Nicole. I have a problem. I hoard, collect, and have problems using all of my beautiful kits. So I searched through all my kits and I'm in a mermaid type of mood because I've been having a lot of fun snorkeling and my daughter's shaking her head at me because she's mad that I'm not using a unicorn instead of a mermaid. But I have this kit from Simply Bookish Co that is oh so gorgeous and full of mermaidish themes to go with my snorkeling experiences the last couple of weeks. And that's it. There's the kit, and I've never used one of these kits before, so I get to kind of plod through. I've been having fun using new kits, but it's definitely hard sometimes when you have no idea how to use a kit properly. But here we go. So stay tuned for more. Hi guys, welcome back to my voiceover portion of the plan with me. I just wanted to let you guys know that I talked to the owner of Simply Bookish Co and she has changed her name to Iridescent Paper Co. And so I will put down the links that I have for her information down below. I don't know if she has reopened her shop yet with her new name, but if she hasn't, then I'll just put the old one down and I'll make a note about the new name. That way you guys have it for when she changes, because after using this kit for a week, I absolutely love it. I love the way that she has everything set up. I love all of the stuff that she has in it. It's very user friendly. So I started off like I normally do with the washi and the date covers, and I actually use these little flags. You know, almost all of my kits, at least the Glam Plan and SPC and a lot of the other kits that I've used have these little flags, but I rarely use them. And I finally got around to using one this week, and I really think that it adds something to the planning experience, I guess, because now that everything ties in together and you don't have to worry about this glaringly obvious little weird colored flag off in the corner. I actually thought it worked out really well. I liked it a lot. I even liked the fact that they didn't quite match, that they were just a little bit different from each other, so it gave a little more visual interest to the kit as in general. Yeah, I can't talk. It's getting late. I have all of my videos ready and scheduled prior to when they need to go up, and this one is scheduled to go up in an hour. I have never cut it this close before, but I have no idea what happened. I've just been feeling really off lately. If you cannot hear it in my voice, I've definitely not been at my best, and I wish I knew why, but I don't know, maybe it's Guam, maybe it's something here that I'm allergic to. I have no idea. But either way, the day got away from me and I wasn't able to finish this as soon as I was hoping it would. But it should still go up on time, so fingers crossed we won't have any issues with that. So here I am starting on the sidebar. I kind of go back and forth. Sometimes I like doing the sidebar first, sometimes I like doing Monday first. I just happen to be in a sidebar moment. And let me tell you, I really like the way that the sidebar came out, but apparently I'm getting ahead of myself. You'd think after I edited this today, I would actually remember what order I put things in, but apparently not. I like to bounce around. I rarely just stay in one place for very long. I do have a little bit of a snippet coming up soon that, well, soon being relative, it's only a 20-minute video. I do have a little snippet coming up of me and my daughter bickering in the background, and I left it in because I thought it was hilarious. I thought you guys might enjoy listening to it. So when it gets to that spot, I will make sure that I stop it so you guys can hear. But there was a couple of spots that I'm laughing while I'm going through and editing this because I can think more clearly when I plan without talking at the same time. For some reason, I end up spending more time either not talking at all or trying to figure out what to say. And so I found that doing it this way is really helpful for those times when I don't plan and speak at the same time very efficiently. And I found that this is just more fun. But every once in a while, you will miss these really strange conversations I'm having with my kid in the background. Elise will sit with me at least once a week. And sometimes the things that we talk about are really, really bizarre. And this is one of those weeks. And so as soon as it gets there, I will give you guys a heads up so you know it's coming. So I did the littles for the entire week, at least the meal planning and TV littles. I like having those ones for the entire week, like I've mentioned before. If I don't put them in at the beginning of the week, I usually forget to put them in, period. And then now I'm doing my sidebar. And a little bit of a foreshadowing here. It is Monday, and I have done the first 2 days, whatever, Monday and Tuesday of next week already. And that sidebar came out super, super crooked. I put the top sticker down, and then I started at the bottom and worked my way up, and it's off by a good 1/4 of an inch. The whole bottom of it's straight together, the top of it's straight together, but they don't meet where they're supposed to. They meet nowhere near each other. So yeah, that's pretty disastrous. That's what I get for trying something new. But I was so thrilled with this kit because this sidebar fit perfectly. I have never had one fit so nicely. So here I'm debating if I want to put another another weekly tracker down, but I didn't have anything to track. So I kept kind of going back and forth and thinking about it, and I decided to go ahead and try out to see if one of the full boxes would fit. And it did perfectly. I've never been so happy with a sidebar in my entire life. But as you can see, I'm just kind of plodding on, but I was very, very happy with it, and I thought about it all week long, how beautiful my sidebar was. I'm easily amused if you can't tell. I tried keeping these kind of color-coded. I used littles that didn't belong there, that weren't labeled correctly, because I wanted to have extra room for boxes. Because for some reason, mid-month, I almost always have lots of boxes. My daughter has been reading mangas lately, so I've been ordering stuff from Barnes & Noble for her. And I have my monthly subscription boxes, and all 3 of them will come within a few days of each other normally. One of them was a little bit late this month, but the rest of them all came in one right after the other. And 2 of them actually came on the same day. I have a sew box, and then I have 2 book boxes that come in. And you can see that I have them all sitting there together because they were all supposed to come in at the same time. So it makes mid-month very big for Happy Mail. Between that and a lot of the sticker shops having their mid-monthly subscriptions, a lot of them, at least like Glam Planner, tends to come in the middle of the month. All of these things coming mid-month, it makes for a lot of Happy Mail right at the center of the month, at the end portion of the month. But it's also a lot of fun to be able to get that much Happy Mail. My husband teases me that I like Happy Mail way too much, and I tease him that if he wants me to stop buying things, he just needs to send me empty boxes, just so I have something to open. And he starts laughing, and I think he's honestly considering doing it, sending me empty boxes. So for Monday is always my YouTube day, and I'm sure I've said this before in the past because I know I've thought about it a lot in the past. And I'm trying to keep up on my schedule because I want to make sure I get videos out a couple times a week, because for one, I like doing it, and for 2, it seems like you guys like it too. So the more often and the more structured my weeks are, the more views I have and the more comments and subscribers and stuff like that. And it's fun. That's the fun part about having YouTube videos, is talking to people. So those comments is my favorite part. And I've noticed that I get those comments more often when I'm uploading on a specific schedule. And so for that reason alone, I've been trying to stick to a better schedule so that way I have those fun interactions. And so you can see my Mondays are pretty busy. Today was not, because today's Memorial Day. And my husband was home. And because my husband was home, we didn't do much. And I've noticed that that's probably the case most often. When he is around, we don't do a lot. So that's why none of my filming and stuff gets done on the weekends. If you're ever wondering why I do it all week long and not all on the weekends, that's why. Because he's just, I don't know, I enjoy having him around. So I kind of just keep him there. So if you're seeing here on Monday and Tuesday, I had Monday was all planned out for YouTube, but Tuesday was all about running errands. And I was only semi-successful with running my errands. I had to go back and redo them all like the next day. And I will see in here where I have to go through and redo them. It's nothing like getting to the library to get a library card and you're missing your information. Going to the grocery store to buy groceries and forgetting your debit card. It was a mess on Tuesday. So Tuesday just pretty much didn't get done. So here we are at Wednesday, but before we get too far into Wednesday, I am going to stop this because here comes that clip. Stop! Why must you lick the cats? They have tongues at work. They lick each other.
They can't lick the top of their heads.
Well, they lick each other. Jane licks the top of his hair when she licks him. So there you go. A little sneak peek into my life as a mom. Do you have any idea how many times a week I have to tell my daughter to stop licking my cat? She is almost 13 years old. Her 1 month till her birthday is next week. So she's like 11/12 of the way to her 13th birthday. And the child licks the cat. And it's not an individual day thing. It's an all the time thing. Okay, so you see how I wipe my planner off here? If you ever wonder why I always wipe my planner off, it's because there's cat hair everywhere. I have this one cat who is part Siamese, and we think she's part Lynx. She is beautiful, but she's got this really light colored fur, and we keep finding little light colored fur balls all over our house. And her white and gray fur, I'm thinking, oh, it must be her. I don't think it is. I think it's my other cat, Jeffrey. Jeffrey is the black and white one, but every time I give him a hug, it's like a big puff of fur comes off this cat, and there's always fur all over my planner. And guess where he likes to sit when I'm not using it? On my planner. Guess where else he likes to sit? Anywhere that I put things that I want to keep in one place, that cat sits on all of it. So I honestly think that all the fur all over my house is not her. It's all him. Okay, so here I am filling out Wednesday. And if you notice, Tuesday and Wednesday had almost the exact same things going on. But of course, because I was such a dweeb on Tuesday, I had to go back through and redo it all. Have any idea how frustrating that is? Is this because you're just so off that you have to go back through and redo everything that you already did? I ended up doing most of it on Friday with my husband because it was just easier, because all the information that I needed most of his stuff anyways. And so we ended up going through and redoing almost everything on Friday. We went to the library and I picked out a bunch of books. We went to the grocery store and got food. We did all these things that I wasn't able to do before. If you notice the color changing a few minutes ago, or like a minute and a half ago or whatever it was, my camera keeps dying. I apparently am filming so many videos that I'm not giving my camera a chance to stay charged for very long. So I used to go like weeks without having to charge it, and now I can't go days without having to charge it. It died on me again today. So you're going to see the same problem happen. My picture's a little bit too dark, and today's stuff was a little bit too dark too. It was all because my camera keeps dying, and then I have to let it charge for a little while before I can use it again. So we're on to the weekend now, and this was a long weekend for my husband, which was really nice. And since he was home for most of it, we were very productive some days and not productive at all other days. And I still have this problem with not using my planner over the weekends. So I will plan it all out. I will be very good about using it on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, nope, it doesn't happen. And I would love to be able to say why it doesn't happen, but the only thing I can think of is whenever Pat's home, almost all of those priorities, like keeping us organized, totally go out the window. So none of that stuff actually happened. Thursday was just a big old mess. We ended up having to walk across the street to the grocery store because we couldn't make it to the commissary because I didn't have the car. And Pat had to be to work early or something. I can't remember why I didn't take it, but one of those reasons. And so the only thing that we got done was a little bit of grocery shopping and then making this nice dinner. And of course, he was late getting home, so we weren't able to go to Bible talk. So as you can see, that one did not happen. That was a big fat nope. And then, of course, the joys of Guam, our mail does not get here when it says it's going to. So we'll have something that says that it's in another part of the country and it will just show up. And then we'll have stuff that says, oh, it's here. It should be delivered today. And we'll get it 3 days later. So mail does not very countable. So some of my mail stuff never got here. So I don't think Barnes & Noble got here. Pretty Sheepy, I know for a fact, did not get here. But we randomly got a package from Pumpkin Paper Co., which will be in my next, I think my next haul. Not the one that's going up in like 2 days because that one's already planned out and ready to go. But the one after that, I think is what it's going to come in. I don't know. I get enough packages where I film these far enough ahead in advance I can never remember when I'm getting things. But that was one of the packages that got lost in the mail and was sent out at the beginning of March. And it's now almost June and it just got here. And we had 3 things that went out within consecutive weeks, and 2 of them are still totally MIA. One of them I have no tracking information for and never have, and the other one says it's in Milan. I have no idea where it is. The other one says it was in Chicago and just showed up one day. So I'm hoping that will happen again. But here I am rounding towards the end of the week. You should see the amount of stuff that I cut out of these videos. I started off this video. It was an hour and 10 minutes long. But there's so much of it where me and my daughter are just sitting there bickering back and forth at each other. And you heard our bicker. It was simply us goofing around about the cats. And some of it's kind of funny. So I figured that when it gets really funny, I'll just leave it in for you guys so you guys can hear like those little snippets. But the rest of the time, well, okay. So I'm also having a huge problem lately with putting my full boxes down straight. If you've noticed, I've had to pull these things up like 3 times already. And the kit that I'm using right now, luckily, the stickers are wonderful. They lift off really easily. They're totally removable. And when you put them back down, they still stick. The bane of my existence is when you have a beautiful kit that has lovely stickers that peel up so nicely, but they don't re-stick down. I was really worried because these ones weren't super sticky that they wouldn't actually re-stick, but they do. They re-stick wonderfully. And so I pulled up half of my stickers and they all went back down fine. Because I can't, for some reason, put them down straight. I've got to find a better way to plan because right now I'm on a little end table sitting on the floor and I'm like leaning way over and it's very uncomfortable. We had lots of fun this weekend though. We had a church family day, which you just saw there, and I had to cut back out again. I'm sure my camera died again. Okay, it probably didn't die again, but you get the idea. We had a church family day on Saturday, and then we went to the Mango Festival on Sunday. And we just had a lot of family fun, and it's kind of nice to be able to have a few days just us. Yeah, see, Friday, that's why I did it. We went to the post office, and they were closed. So we had to go back to the post office on Saturday. And then the library got fixed. We did all the stuff for the commissary. Basically, everything that I did on Tuesday, I had to go redo on Friday. Yeah, total mess. And then I'm writing down that everything I was supposed to do on Thursday, I didn't do either, and that was supposed to get done later on. And then this little sticker talking about the book that I actually read that day instead of doing all these things I was supposed to do. Could not figure out where to put it. I kept testing it out. I did not want to cover her face, but I ended up putting it right below her. I think it worked out pretty well. And so this is just, average weekend of me saying, hey, I'm going to film and I'm going to edit and I'm going to upload. And did I do any of that? Nope. Friday was a productive day. the rest of the weekend, we just kind of chilled. We had fun as a family and we relaxed, which is nice. I need to finish up some organization stuff for all these stickers because I actually have a video of that for you guys. And that's what that little last box is on Friday. And I haven't done it yet, but it is definitely on my to-do list to do soon. Something tells me it'll get done on one of these lazy days. So we are coming towards the very end of this video, and you are going to see what I have left. And I think this was just perfect. I loved it so much, and I completely plan on buying more stickers from her again because they're beautiful. And I actually was able to use a really good portion, and what I didn't get to use, I will later. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I will talk to you next week. Bye.